Hello, my name is Andrew Wilson, and this is my concept presentation on communicating change for my theory and application of managerial communications course at Embry-Riddle. When implementing change within an organization, how the proposed change is first communicated has a lot to do with how said change is perceived, either in a positive or negative light, and ultimately how the change process progresses. Furthermore, effective managers create unique communication strategies based on the degree of change. In short, regardless of the organization's motive for implementing change, leaders need to develop a proper communication plan. Let's take a look at a recent merger between two major companies as a case study. On August 24th, 2017, Amazon released that it would be acquiring Whole Foods Market. The link to Amazon's press release can be found here. I will also place a hyperlink in the description below. Many key points are made in this release, notably the what. Amazon will be merging with Whole Foods effective the following Monday. In doing so, CEO of Amazon Worldwide Consumer, Jeff Wilke, is quoted as saying, "We're determined to make healthy and organic food affordable for everyone. Everybody should be able to eat Whole Foods Market quality. We will lower prices without compromising Whole Foods Market's long-held commitment to the highest standards." To do this, the release went on to state that prices on select best-selling grocery staples would be slashed, starting as soon as the merger was finalized. Other key points were that technological integration of Amazon Rewards would begin to appear at Whole Foods. Whole Foods brands would become available on Amazon.com, and Amazon lockers would be placed in Whole Foods locations so that customers could retrieve purchase items from said lockers. The press release also stated some legal boilerplate, as Amazon and Whole Foods are both publicly traded companies. The iceberg model. According to Clampett, most of an iceberg's bulk lies below the surface. Ships that ignore the ice below the water are in mortal danger. Likewise, organizational change efforts may flounder because of a lack of strategic communication planning below the waterline issues. In such, the iceberg model outlines a strategic approach to communicating change based on 4 levels of planning: contextual analysis, audience analysis, strategic design, and tactical preparations. While tactics, which would be channels, messages, spokespeople, timing, safety valves, etc., are visible to all, contextual and audience analysis, as well as strategic design, lie below the water, hidden from view, yet ever present. Let's dissect the Amazon Whole Foods case study given the 4 levels of our model. Contextual analysis. The proposed merger, at least from an outsider looking in, seems to complement both companies in a way that is advantageous for both. Likewise, this complementary nature should lead to a relatively smooth transition. This should lead to growth and increased opportunity for employees, not to mention monetary gain for stockholders. This all being said, nothing ever goes quite as planned, and there will no doubt be hiccups along the way. Audience analysis. Naturally, this acquisition will affect Whole Foods employees more than Amazon employees. While I am sure that these employees' concerns were addressed at a different level, this release does nothing to address them. This release seems to play more to the investors and to the general public. Strategic design. What are the common objectives shared by all audiences? Perhaps the first stated goal, that this merger should generate a better product, therefore that being a higher quality food available at a better price. This is something that everyone can get behind. But moreover, there is a financial incentive, and as a result of this release, Whole Foods' valuation went through the roof. Tactical analysis. This is what people can see. The channel used was the press release. The key message was that the inevitable merger would bring a better product. There wasn't a spokesperson per se, but the channel of the press release, I would say, would be the spokesperson. Timing was just a few days before the merger or acquisition, and then the safety valve obviously being the boilerplate included at the bottom of the press release. Reactions to change. Reactions to change usually involve a temporary loss of employee productivity. However, evidence suggests that this merger was initially met in good regard, although subsequently some folks have lost their jobs and there have been some clashes of culture as the two companies have moved forward as one. In planning for change, managers must anticipate reactions and plan for them. Effective managers create unique communication strategies based on the degree of change. Under-communicating can be bad as people feel that they are left in the dark, yet over-communicating can be to the manager's detriment as well. The key is to find the Goldilocks zone, not too hot and not too cold. During some weaknesses of this communication, the top-down approach was really the only way to communicate any news of this magnitude. Additionally, and probably most importantly, this press release did generate a great deal of buzz and hype about the acquisition. Where it fell short is that it failed to address the employees. Whole Foods staff were left in the dark as to what the merger meant to them and their livelihoods. There may have, and probably was, a separate communique to employees. Had I been managing this communication, I would have gotten that information in the hands of employees at the same time that the press release was sent out. And that may have been how it was handled. We just don't have the proper evidence to speculate on that. In sum, John Wooden says in our text that failure is never fatal, but failure to change might be. We live in an ever-changing world. Getting all parties to buy into change is critical to success. How we initially communicate can make all the difference.